स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम्। नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः। नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः। यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्। स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः। श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि।
आत्म अवलोकन रहितस्य अपि अद्यतन भक्तानाम् इव स्तुति नमस्कार कीर्तन आदि निष्ठया सेवा रूपत्वात् अभिव्यक्तया भक्ति शब्द अभिलप्यया आत्म अवलोकनम् उपपद्यते। This discusses the present situation very much practically. So, ataha, therefore, what is that therefore? That we have already seen that the Parabrahma Bhutaha, he will see, he will have a vision of the Lord. Brahma Bhutaha, Prasannatma, Brahma Bhutaha, Prasannatma. He will have Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. That's what we saw. Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. Ataha, therefore, so Atma Avalokana Rahitasya. It gives you the practical picture of today. The one who has no vision of the self, meaning the self-individual soul as well as the supreme soul. That means a person is not interested in understanding one's own individual soul and the supreme soul. It may be a disbeliever of God. So Api, so even though he has no vision of the individual soul as well as the supreme soul, Adyatana Bhaktanam Iva. Today's devotees of today, Adya today, Adyatana Bhaktanam, they are devotees, no doubt, but they don't practice either Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga. They want to have only one yoga, namely Bhakti. So, Adyatana Bhaktanam Iva, as though, or like the devotees of today. Maybe he refers to the Kali Yuga. It is the Mahabharata, or rather Srimad Bhagavata, explains the incidents of Lord Krishna in Dwapara Yuga. Even there was some let up of the Bhakti, Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So to say, Dwapara Yuga is being the third era. The dharma is depleting. Dharma is getting reduced every yuga. It is said to be, the dharma is said to be in the form of a cow with the 4 legs in Krita Yuga, 3 legs in Treta Yuga, 3 legs in Dwapara Yuga, and only 1 leg in Kali Yuga. So how will dharma stand? Adyatana Bhaktanam Iva. Now, what is bhakti according to them who do not want to or who do not practice or who do not try to see the individual soul, have the vision of the individual soul. They just have stotram, stuti, praise. They praise the Lord. They namaskara. They bow to the Lord. They kirtanam. They sing the praise of the Lord. And they sing the names of the Lord. So Adi, etc. You can have any other type of bhakti also. Dancing to the names of God recited. Nartanam. So stuti, oral way of praising the Lord. Namaskara is physical way of praising the Lord. Or rather greeting the Lord or pleasing the Lord. Kirtanam is doing with a song, singing the song with more devotion, in the sense they touch their heart. They touch their heart. The singing touches their heart. Kirtana, Adi Nishtaya. So Adi Nishtaya, by this practice, by the discipline. Nishtha is discipline just like yoga. So Adi Yogena. Now, what do they mean by, what do they understand by doing this stuti, namaskara and kirtana is, that is what we call praising the Lord with words and prostrating before the Lord and singing the Lord's name. They think it is a service. Seva rupatvatu. Seva is service. Kainkaryam we say. Tondu we say in Tamil. Service. The service of any type. Seva rupatvatu. Abhivyaktaya. They are very clear about it. Today's devotees, they are fond of doing all this stuti, namaskara and kirtana with the sense of service, with an understanding of they are doing service. It is very clear to them. Then bhakti shabda abhilapya. They think that will be what we call abhilapaha. Abhilapaha is conversation or dialogue between the individual soul and the supreme soul. Bhakti Shabda. The word meaning, the word is bhakti, devotion. The meaning of the word devotion will be what we call, will be discussed in the form of stuti, namaskara and kirtana. That is what we call Atma Avalokanam Upapadyate. So even by this, there is no doubt that the vision of the Lord can be achieved. Upapadyate. Upapadyate means he is achieved, he is possible. So Atmavalokanam Upapadyate. Even by Stuti, Namaskara and Kirtana, without very serious what we call actions to be performed, duties to be done, with wisdom and for this itself. Stuti, just praising the Lord without understanding the meaning. The Namaskara, salutation, without understanding why we must salute. Then Kirtanam, again singing, our concentration is on the raga, tune, by which we sing. Therefore, we don't concentrate on the meanings of the names of God. That is also there. So I'm just giving some explanation. If it is acceptable, okay. So Atma Avalokanam Upapadyate. Now we were discussing about Para Bhakti and Parama Bhakti. Para Bhakti and Parama Bhakti. So we are getting to that Parama Bhakti in the next paragraph. Ordinary Bhakti is this, namely, the first paragraph that we just saw now is ordinary devotion, where there is no wisdom involved, there is no duty involved. Just like that, in order to have what we call time pass, today we say, time pass, to while away the time. Because everybody says you have to engage in praising the Lord. That happened everywhere. I also was advised in Hosur, when I was performing the discourses on Tirupavai in Hosur. It was a holiday to the Tirupavai, and therefore the family which fed me all the 30 days said there is a bhajan Radha Kalyanam is going on in a particular Kalyana Mandapam. So go there, participate, take food and come back. Advice was there. So simply by going there, what we see is watch people sing, watch people say the bhajans, say the names of God, different ragas. So we concentrate on the ragas, the tunes. What is the raga that he is singing? And then what type of food will we get? Will we get breakfast there, lunch there, and coffee? Then many are interested in knowing what will they supply. Throughout the day, we cannot remain hungry also. So our concentration is on some other thing instead of understanding the individual soul and the supreme soul. The difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul. What is the use of singing? What is the use of prostration? And what is the use of praising the Lord? We don't bestow any thought on that. And that is bhakti. That we call bhakti. Go, get together, have a get together. We gather in one place. And sometimes we talk with each other when they are singing. We are not worried about their singing. We talk with each other. We meet some friends there. I also met some of my students there. So I started talking with them in the same hall. We are not interested in hearing the songs also. Listening to the meanings of the songs also. And therefore, we say, we just go there, attend and come back. So did we gain anything from there? Did we gain any devotion from there? There's a big question, a big doubt, great doubt. And therefore, this is what we call initial bhakti, which we practice today. And the next paragraph says, Darshitaha cha paravara bhakti vibhagaha vedatta sangrahe. So what is the grade of the devotion? What is the quality of the devotion? There is a high quality devotion and there is a low quality devotion. Vedatta Sangraha of Ramanujacharya, a very small work which gives you an introduction to the Sri Bhashya, along with Vedanta Deepam and Vedanta Saram. These three works are introduction to Sri Bhashya. So Vedanta Sangram is, in fact, deals with a lot of philosophies like Nyaya, Tarka, as we say, Nyaya, then Vaisheshika, then Purva Mimamsa, and Uttara Mimamsa is the subject matter, and they discuss all these things, pros and cons, the positive and the negative aspects, the comparative study, all are said in Vedanta. There you have, it is shown, Darshitaha, first word, Darshitaha. Darshitaha cha, meaning this is also one of the subject matters, not the same, not the single subject matter, is one of them. One of the subject matters dealt with by Vedanta Sangraha, by Ramanujacharya. So Paravara Bhakti, Para Bhakti and Avara Bhakti. Para Bhakti is highest devotion, high quality devotion. Avara Bhakti is lesser quality devotion, lower quality devotion. So Vibhagaha, separation. So classification, division. What is the difference between Para Bhakti and Avara Bhakti? Who will be inferior in devotion and who will be superior in devotion? That is what Vedanta Sangraha says, and that is here the quotation comes from Vedanta Sangraha. The long paragraph extends to the next page, 99th page. Sahayam Parabrahma Bhutaha Purushottamaha. So now we understand the Supreme Soul. Who is that Supreme Soul? Purushottamaha. Primordial, you say man or human being. Say. Again, I already, I think, told you once, what is Purusha? Purusha doesn't mean, as we generally mean, man. It is Purusha meaning Puri, P-U-R-I, Puri, Shete, S-H-E-T-E, Shete, Puri Shete. He is reclining in a city. He is reclining in Nagaram, the town, Nagaram. Nagare Shete, Puri Shete. What is that Puri? What is that Nagaram? What is that town? What is that city? It is our heart, mind. Our mind is the city or the town or the, say, you can even say village where he is lying down. So Puri Shete, Purusha. So many other meanings are there. When Purusha, the Puhu, the word Puhu. Puhu is what we call the manliness. Then Usha, you know, Usha is the time, morning time. Raising up the manliness. That is, we get up early in the morning. We have to get up early in the morning. Our mind is very clear. When we get up early in the morning, we don't have any confusion initially. So Purushottama, then Uttamaha, best. Then he is Parabrahma Bhutaha, he is the Supreme Soul. Supreme Soul in the sense, you take all the qualities of the Supreme Soul, namely, whatever the great list that you can have, inexhaustive list. Taking the example of Ramanujacharya's simple work called Sriranga Gadyam, or a little bigger work like Sharanagati Gadyam or Vaikuntha Gadyam, you have a list of qualities, auspicious characteristics of the Lord. So remember, with all that, Parabrahma Bhutaha. He is Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan. Jnanam, Balam, Viryam, Shakti, Aishwaryam, Tejaha. The 6 important qualities. Saha Ayam. Remember, Saha Ayam meaning, Ayam is this. So this Supreme Soul will be, we point out to our heart and say, the Supreme Soul is inside this. Who is that this Supreme Soul? That Supreme Soul. That Saha. Such a great Supreme Soul is residing in our heart. Saha Ayam. It is not simply Saha means he and Ayam means this. He means he has a lot of qualities, auspicious attribute, characteristics, and therefore he is called Saha. Whenever we refer to a person as he, that means already we are familiar with him. If you are introducing a person afresh, you say name, the name. If you are not saying the name, then pointing out that Saha meaning already he is known. Not only he is known, he is famous also. He is popularly known as Brahma, Parabrahma Bhutaha. Brahma, again Brahma is spiritual head. Parabrahma is high spiritual head. There is no other higher spiritual head. So Para will be the highest. Though the superlative degree is not shown there. Paratama Brahma Bhutaha. You can be Parama Brahma also. Parama Brahma, highest. So Parabrahma Bhutaha. Bhutaha again living being. Bhutaha doesn't mean anything else. Bhutaha is living being. He ever lives. He never dies. There is no death. Immortality is equality. Nityam. So Niraj, then next we have got the next line. How Paramapurusha helps us. So Niratishaya, Punya, Sanchaya, Kshina, Ashesha, Janma, Upachita, Papa, Rashehe. So this is the qualification of the individual soul. So here Niratishaya. Now Niratishaya also means Atishaya, wonderful. Niratishaya is highly wonderful, highly surprising, awesome, amazing. Niratishaya is a peculiar word which means more wonderful. So what happens is, since the individual soul has no beginning, just like the Lord, na adi, there is no beginning for the individual soul. Individual soul is also permanent, it doesn't die. The soul never dies. Atmanaha nashaha nasti. No destruction of the soul. So Nirat then over so many births, we can say births of infinite number. Niratishaya punya sanchaya. They do, the individual souls do good deeds, so they collect punyam, they collect merit, punya sanchaya. A sanchaya deposit, a cumulative deposit is kept in the account of the individual soul, namely the merit. In the account, the merit is the money, and that is deposited with the individual soul. So Niratishaya punya sanchaya. Without even knowing that we are doing some wonderful good deed. So Niratishaya. We may not be aware that we are doing good deed. Somehow we do good deed. And that will be Niratishaya punyam. Again, now we are collecting the punyam. That is also Niratishaya. Unfortunately, we are collecting the merits also. Suppose we give something in charity to a poor person. What is the thought in our mind? I am getting punyam because I am donating. Why should I get punyam that we don't understand, that we don't probe into? So Niratishaya punya sanchaya. By that now we have collected a lot of merit. Then because of that, because of the presence of merit, then China, Ashesha, Janma, Upachita, Papa, Rase. Now it is an antidote. The Punya Sanchayam, the collection of merits, is antagonizing or is actually reducing China. It reduces the Ashesha, all. So in all the births, Janma, in all the births, Ashesha Janma, Upachita again collected. Sanchaya, Upachita, both are same. Upachita is collected. Papa, sin. Rashi, heap, Heap. Rashi doesn't mean luck, as we say in Tamil also. He has a Rashi, Mukha Rashi, we say. His face has got an attraction, and everybody wants to see him. And so that is not the Rashi here. Neither it is a zodiac. Rashi is a zodiac. Mesha Rashi, Rishabha Rashi. So here Rashi is the heap, the collection. Again the Sanchaya, Upachita, Rashi, almost synonymous. The Papa Rashi, the collection of sins. Upachita Papa Rashi, collected over many births, all births, Ashesha Janma. So that will be nullified by punyam. That's what we think. But the punyam has to be enjoyed. The papam, the sin should be suffered. There is no doubt about it. There is no cancellation of one punya with one papam. One merit will not remove one papam. Punyam is separate account. Papam has got a separate account. So the accounts are divided. But here it is given as though the punyam will cancel all the sins, merit will cancel all the sins. No. So punya sanchaya, kama, then you can say add the word rashehe also. Niratishaya, punya sanchaya, rashehe. In the same way, Shina Ashesha Janma Upachita Paparati. Now we don't remember that we are doing merits in the previous births. How many births did we do actions for merit? Did we do actions, good actions, for the sake of earning merits or not? Or did we do with the Satvika Tyaga? Did we not submit that our good actions will not collect merits? Therefore, in what type did we do? How many births did we do good actions? There's no, neither this, how many births we did sins, did we do sins? How many births did we commit bad deeds? There is also no proof there. But again, we are very certain that in all the births we have done bad deeds. There is no doubt in this aspect. There is no doubt that in all births we have committed some bad deeds, at least one. Whereas there is lot of doubt. It is also certain that we have not in all births done good deeds. In some of the births we would have done good deeds, and some of the births we would not have done at all good deeds. This is very, very sure. Therefore, with that thought in mind, again, merits will not cancel the sins. From this, it is what we call from the Panchami Vibhakti, the individual soul, the Shakti Vibhakti, in the possessive case, genitive case, of the individual soul. Then we have the word Parama Purusha Charana Aravinda Charana Agati Janita Tat Abhimukyasya Tat Acharya Upadesha Upabrahmhita Shastra. Then the next Adi will go with Adigata. The dash must be after Gata will be better. Yeah. If you can. So Purva, start with Purva. Adigata. Tattva Yathadmya Avabodha Purvaka Ahara Avabodha Purvaka Aharaha Upachiyamana Saucha. You can put even a dash for the sake of your own understanding or others' understanding. Wherever the whole word Charanaravinda dash, Charanagati dash, Janita dash, Tadabhimukyasya, Tadacharya Upadeshobhamrita dash, Shastradigata you have already given. Tattva dash, Yatatmyavabodha dash. Then Purvaka, Aharaha, Upachiyamana dash, Saucha, Kshama, Arjava, Bhaya, Abhaya, Thana, Viveka, Daya, Ahimsa, Adi, Atma, Guna, Upeta, Varna, Ashrama, Uchita, Parama, Purusha, Aradhana, Rupa, Nitya. 99 continues. Naimiktika, page 99 continues. Naimiktika, Karma, Upasambhuta, Nishiddha, Parihara, Nishtasya, Parama Purusha, Charana Yugula, Nyasta Atma Atmiyasya. Nyasta Atma Atmiyasya. So that is the last word, Atmiyasya, in the whole compound word. That refers to the first word, Papa Rashe, ending in Papa Rashe. We are talking about the individual soul. The individual soul, what does that individual soul doing? What is the action of the individual soul? The individual soul initially, in all the births, have committed bad deeds, committed sins. In some births, it has earned some merit. So with this background, so how merciful is the Lord? That is what this whole expression talks about. When the individual soul has submitted to the Supreme Soul in total surrender, then all this happens. The highly merciful Lord is watching the individual soul. He is welcoming the individual soul. He is welcoming the individual soul. There was a very great scholar called Keshava Suri who wrote 246 verses in a poem called Sri Satya Adri Natha Stavam. Satyadri Natha Stavam. Satyadri is a mountain called Truth. That is the what we call the place called Thirumayyam. Thirumayyam on the road to Pudukkottai from Tiruchirappalli. There is a place called Thirumayyam. It is in a court. It is what we call Kudavarai Koil, as we say in Tamil. The temple carved in the cave of a hill. The Lord's name is Satyamurti. And he says, whatever I do as an individual soul, you try to convert it into devotion and accept it, and then you welcome me. He says that. He says, Swagatam Mama, you are welcoming Charasi, Acharasi. Swagatam Vaha Acharasi. Even though we are not doing properly the practicing the devotion, practicing the discipline of devotion, it is a Tamil quotation from Tiruchanda Vrittam. It is a request to the Lord Sriman Narayana. Nan unnai nenekka vittalum, even though I do not remember you, I do not think of you. Munnai nan nenekpadaga nee nenekka vendum. You must think as though I am thinking of you always. This is a very curious request, which solves the entire problem. No problem at all for the devotee. When the Lord thinks that always when the individual souls think of Him, there is no trouble at all to the individual. Endrume naan ninaippadaga nee ninaikka vendum. You must think that I am thinking of you. That is a very easy request, and so that is what he is doing in the first line. Today in the screen, Parama Purusha Charana Aravinda Charanagati Janita Tadabhimukyasya. Parama Purusha, the Supreme Soul, expects, awaits our total surrender. He welcomes it. He is so broad-minded that he is in a welcoming mood. So he turns his face towards us. He doesn't turn his face away. Again, Swami Vedanta Deshika in Godastati says, Vadanam parivartitam syat. Had not there been Goda, the Andal, the Bhuma Devi in another incarnation as Goda, other is called the Nappinai, the Lord would have turned his face away from the devotee, thinking that they are not perfect in devotion. But here the Lord is so merciful. That means He is showing a mercy without our involvement. Is what we call in Sanskrit Avyaja Kripa. He doesn't attach any reason for his showing grace. It is called Nirhetuka Kripa. There is no cause for which he gets a support to say, oh, I am inviting you. So he is inviting Abhimukyas. Abhimukyas. Mukhyam, important. Mukham is Mukhyam. The face is important. Face is the index of the mind, we say. So Abhimukyam is eagerly awaiting that an individual soul will make the total surrender. Sharanagati. Sharanagati Janita. How does the Lord become merciful? Even without reason. But one more supporting reason will be the individual soul making a total surrender will encourage the Lord, the Supreme Soul, to invite. Where to do the Sharanagati? Where to do the surrender? Where have we to do the surrender? Charana Aravinda, the lotus feet. Whose lotus feet? Parama Purusha Charana Aravinda. Toward of the Supreme Soul, the lotus feet of the Supreme Soul, the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Soul has to be surrendered to. And therefore, Charanagati, then that will produce Janita, Tadabhimukyasya. Tat again, Paramapurushasya, Abhimukyasya. So Paramapurusha will favor us if we surrender. Again, remember the word Rakshapeksham Apekshate that we already discussed. The Supreme Soul expects the individual soul to ask for protection, to request for safety. That's what we are saying. That's what we are now doing almost 24 hours by 7 in all the countries today. We are talking of the God. We are asking the God to protect us, provide safety, complete safety. Unfortunately, MD doctor, my friend and professor of Annamalai University, the medical college, died yesterday night. And today he was buried in his own home, buried. According to our tradition, he must be cremated. His name is Dr. Nammal and Dr. Shekhira. I heard this very bad news today afternoon. He's a great friend. He wanted to attend such meetings like Zoom or Skype, Google, so many, Google Hangout and so on. And he also tried to reach me by this kind of program. And unfortunately, he did his MA Sanskrit. He was a PhD in medicine. And he wanted to do PhD in Sanskrit. He wanted to approach me for grammar. I said, I am not an expert in grammar and therefore I can't guide you. Therefore, otherwise we both have equally, mutually great regard. Unfortunately, why there is here in Christian religion we say, Lord has invited me. Even whether it is ripe age or young age, the Christian religion says, Lord has invited. We also, in our religion also say that in order to do Kaikaryam in Vaikuntham, the Lord has called him. There's a call, divine call, we say. That's what we say. Even here. When somebody passes away, we say he is continuing his service in Vaikuntham. That's what we say. In the same way here, so Paramapurusha, Charana Aravinda Sharanagati Janita Tadabhimutya. Again, how will you make the Lord more interested in the individual soul, namely you and I? So Sadacharya Upadeshaha. More important is advice from the good preceptor. We have to find a good preceptor. A good teacher should be approached. A good student must be got by the preceptor also. The preceptor has the duty to search for a good student. A good student, we call them in Sanskrit, Shishya Adhikari. A person qualified to be a student. A person qualified to be a teacher. Acharya Adhikari. Adhikari, one who has the right to teach and one who has right to receive. Shishyadhikaritvam and Acharyadhikaritvam. So both must be there, qualified and qualifying person. So here, if you want, we will take it up, take the Nyasa Vimshati for the definition of the preceptor and the student, the disciple. The first verse of Nyasa Vimshati of Vedanta Deshika gives us 14 qualifications of a teacher and little less of the disciple in the second verse. First verse tells Acharya Lakshanam. The second verse says Shishya Lakshanam, definition of a disciple. Many of us would not fit in anywhere. Anywhere near, not any fit in anywhere near the definition. So Sadacharya Upadesha Upabrimhita. Upabrimhita explains the Vyakhyanam, the commentary, Upabrimhita. The Upadesha has been understood through the Shastra, the sciences, spiritual sciences. Starting with the scriptures, the Dharma Shastras, Smritis, Puranas, Itihasas, and even Kavyas, ornate poetry. The ancient lores, the books to be remembered, the books of called Drishya Sutram, the householders' rules, the formulae for the householders. Then Shastra, that is all Shastra. Adhigata, understood. Adhigata meaning understood. Adhigata got another meaning is reaching. So we are also trying to reach the meaning, reach at the meaning. So the Adhigata, Tattva Yathatmya. So through the good preceptor, by the advice of the good preceptor, explaining the sciences, spiritual sciences, and by that we get the true picture and natural picture as it is, where it is condition of the Supreme Soul. So Tattva Yathatmya Avabodha, understanding. We understand fully the real or true nature of the Lord. Then so that will be preceding, Purvaka. Daily we must understand. Daily. Aharaha. Aharaha. Aharaha meaning pratidinam. Ahaha means day. Aharaha is daily, every day. That is why the scripture says, Sandhyam Aharaha Upasita. You have to perform the twilight worship every day. Of course, 3 times. That is, it is understood. The inner meaning is 3 times. Sandhyam Aharaha Upasita. That's a Vedic sentence. So here, Tattva Yathatmya Avabodhaka Purvakam, preceded by the right understanding of the true nature of the Supreme Self. Then daily, when we go on understanding daily, Aharaha, then the devotion increases. Upachiyamana. Upachiyamana. Upachiyamana is growing, developing. So what do we develop? Saucham, purity. Saucha, purity. The purity of the body as well as the soul, individual soul. Kshama, so a big list of qualities. Kshama, patience. Kshama, forgiving tendency. Kshama, patience and forgiving tendency. By that we become prasannatma. Brahma Bhutaha prasannatma. We become happy by excusing others, by being patient, by bearing all that trouble. Then Arjava, straightforwardness, frankness. Then Bhayam, fear. Abhayam, protection. Abhayam, safety. Bhayam is not the abhayam is not the absence of fear. It extends to safety, protection, abhayam. When we don't have fear, then sthana viveka is understanding the right place. Sthanam is place. Viveka is discrimination. So sthana viveka is we understand the right place. We are not square pegged in the round hole. We are round pegged in the round hole, square pegged in the square hole. So sthana viveka, we understand in place. We call it desha kala avastha. In the right place, in the right status, condition, and right time. Sthana viveka. Then daya. We can also add viveka with daya also. Add viveka. There is a beauty in Sanskrit. So daya meaning pity, taking sympathy, showing sympathy, showing mercy. Who is to show mercy to whom? In a limited freedom, we show mercy to others. We must understand and show mercy. It is not aviveka daya, it is viveka daya. So we have to help a person who deserves help. Apatre danam mastu. Don't donate to someone who is unfit to receive. So sat patra danam. Giving charity to a good character. So viveka daya. Then ahimsa. Don't read it as himsa because it can be also a sandhi split. So daya ahimsa. Because we are talking about the God. So it is violence, not violence. Himsa is violence. Ahimsa is non-violence. Then adi. So many other qualities are there. Hundreds and thousands of crores of qualities are there. We are mentioning only few. Starting with just before Arjava, we have got the word. The state for Kshama Arjava. Kshama Arjava, patience and Saucha. Saucha starting with the Saucha, purity. Kshama, patience. Arjava, frankness, straightforwardness. Bhaya, fear. Abhaya, safety, protection. Then Sthana Viveka, understanding the right place. Viveka Daya, the understanding, giving mercy in the right way. Then Ahimsa, the non-violence, Adi, etc. Then these should be the qualities that we can develop in the individual soul. Atma, Guna, Upeta. Upeta associated with the characteristics of the individual soul. Atma, Guna, Upeta. Again, that these are the qualities which we must inherit or get from, understand from the Lord. And therefore, Atma Guna Upeta is also Paramatma Guna Upeta. The Supreme Soul contains all these qualities. Then, so when we start possessing these qualities, we are only starting. We start possessing these qualities, then we have to follow the other rules. Varna, Ashrama, Uchita. So proper to the caste and the divisions of stages of life, Parama Purusha Aradhana Rupam. It is the bhakti. Now we are talking about the bhakti. Para bhakti. Remember that we are talking about the extreme, the highest devotee. So Parama Purusha Aradhana Rupam Bhakti. Devotion is in the form of worship. You can say good worship of the Supreme Soul. Parama Purusha Aradhana Rupa. Then, how do we worship the Lord? How do we please? The Aradhanam is pleasing the Lord. How do we please the Lord? Nitya Naimittika Karma. Nitya Naimittika Karma. That is more important. Daily duties, occasional duties, performed without any blemish, perfectly performing the actions as enjoined in the scripture. by the injunctions of the scriptures, we understand there are so many rules to perform actions throughout the day. I mean, from morning 6 to other, just for the sake of saying. Morning 3:30, Ushatkala, from 3:30 a.m. to say 10 o'clock at night. So, Nitya Naimittika Karma. Then we will understand when we follow strictly a discipline of duty performed daily and occasionally as demanded by the Shastra, then that will give rise to Nishiddha Parihara. So there is no need for expiation. There is no remedy necessary. Pariharam is Nishiddham, to prohibit remedial action. Prayaschittam is in other words. Prayaschittam. So when we do, when we commit sins, we have to do expiation. When we don't do, when we are doing perfectly all right, all the activities, then parihara, then nishiddha parihara. The remedy itself is obsolete. It's not necessary. Pariharam is not necessary. So when the pariharam remedy is not necessary, expiation is not demanded, then such a soul is called nitthasya. So the concentrating individual soul who is doing the duties properly, then what will he do? So in order to achieve Parama Bhakti, Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param, Parama Purusha Charana Yugula Nyasta Atma Atmiya. The trouble comes when we think that the individual soul that we have in our body is our soul. There is no sense of belonging according to Shastra. According to saying, Om iti Brahma, the Vedavakyam says, Om iti Brahma. In the Pranava Aksharam, Om is only single letter. Om ityekakshare. Vedavakyam says, Om ityekakshare. Only one letter is there, only one syllable. But when we split into 3 syllables, 3 letters, we call it Padam. Each letter is a word. A, U, Ma. 3 words are there, 3 words. So with this background, then we'll never say Atmiyasya in a wrong sense. The Atmiyasya will be in the right sense when we say our individual soul belongs to the Supreme Soul only. I have no sense of possession. Mamata nasti, mamakaraha nasti. We don't think that our individual soul is ours. It is not our individual soul, it is his individual soul. The soul and the body put together are the belongings, property of the Supreme Soul. That is how we submit ourselves. So we have submitted our soul. Rather, we can say, how do we submit our soul? Only when we own the soul, we will submit. No, we have stolen the property of the Lord by saying that my individual soul, my heart, my body, my property, my possession, and so on. With all this the my gone, the my gone, then we submit ourselves. Nyasta. Where do we put ourselves? It is not a question of, again I told you, submission of the soul. It is what we call returning the property. Returning the property, giving back the property. So far we have, in the whole life of a human being, we have stolen the property from him. Of course, in a limited sense. we are now returning them, returning the body and the soul. That means what we call Paramatma Charana Yugala, Paramapurusha Charana Yugala Nyasta. We have deposited. The deposit has been returned, that's all. He has given the deposit and the deposit is being returned. Then what we call, we get Tad Bhakti. So we will get the devotion towards it. Tad Bhakti. Tad Bhakti means Tasmai Bhakti. In Chaturthi Bhakti, dative case, devotion to him, devotion for him. We are not talking about bhakti that we do. We are not practicing the bhakti by ourselves. We are nobody. We are nobody. Our soul is not ours. And therefore, Tat Bhakti is, we are not doing, or rather practicing devotion to the God. It is His devotion. It is His, under His direction, if at all we say, we practice devotion. So, Tat Bhakti Karita. In fact, we can say, He is devoted to us. Lord is so kind that He feels a devotee to us. That is what we say, Yatoktakari in Kanchipuram. He did obey Tirumizhi Alvar in getting out of the temple. Tat Bhakti Karita. So that will make active, that will enthuse, encourage Anavarata, Stuti, Smriti, Namaskriti, Yatana, Kirtana, Guna, Shravana, Vachana, Dhyana, Archana, Pranama, Adi. These are some of the positive names. Still, the Vedartha Sangraha quotation is not over. Vedartha Sangraha quotation is not over. So, Tad Bhakti Karita. So, that his devotion, rather the devotion that we showed to Paramatma, the Supreme Soul, is in turn comes to us back by the grace of the Lord. And therefore what we do is Anavarata, continuous, no stop. So Anavarata, Stuti, praise, Smriti, remembering, Smaranam, Vishnoho Smaranam, Namaskriti, Sevanam. So Namaskriti, Yatanam. Yatanam is actually making effort. That you can say Yajanam also. So Yatanam, Kirtanam, singing. What is that singing? Guna Kirtanam. So Guna Kirtanam, Guna can be joined with Kirtana Guna and Guna Shravana. So not only singing of the God's characteristics and also hearing them, Shravana. Then Vachana, we talk about. Openly we discuss Vachanam. Vachanam is saying. Dhyanam, remembering in mind, meditation. Archanam, physical worship by hand. Jihve Kirtaya Keshavam Muraripum Cheto Bhajastridharam Pani Dvanda Samarchaya Achyuta Katham Shrotra Dvayatvam Sunu Krishnam Lokaya Lochana Dvayahare Gacha Angri Yugmalayam Gacha Angri Yugma. Or the 2 feet, that is my 2 feet. Go to the temple. Gacha Angri Yugma Alayam. Jigra Grana Mukunda Pada Tulasim Murdhan Nama Adhokshaja. This is Mukundamala Kulachekra. All these are mentioned here. What are the duties of the limbs of the human body? So Shravana, Vachana, Dhyana, Archana, then Pranama. Already we have said, I think, Namaskriti. In the previous line, you have the word Namaskriti. That is also salutation. Namaskriti, yes. The word Namaskara occurred in the earlier lines. Namaskara. Whereas here Namaskriti. Both are same. Namaskriti. Because Namaskriti is a feminine gender word, we are all ladies. We are all servants We are all obedient. So namaskara, I think last paragraph. The earlier paragraph. In the earlier paragraph, we have got yes, yeah. Namaskara is it. Namaskara. Namaskara is Pullinga Shabda. We have pride in saying that I went to the temple. I saluted God 2 times, 3 times. I went to the temple 4 times. I went to the temple last week, all the days. We have a pride in saying namaskara. Then we come to a little more humility. We have a little more humility. Namaskriti. Then the most important humility is pranamaha. The next word is pranamaha. We have the word pranamaha. Shravana, 100th page. Shravana, Vachana, Dhyana, Archana, Pranama. Pranama is total surrender. Prapatti is called Pranamaha. Again, of course, it is Pullinga Shabda, but it shows the highest humility. Bowing down, not with a nod of head, but falling down on the ground and salute. Pranamaha. So Pranama Adi, then because of these actions, etc. So the Lord is pleased, Preeta. He becomes happy. He shows affection. Preeti is affection also, that we mean. So Preeta, he becomes very highly happy. Preeta. And he is also Paramakarnika. He is the ocean of mercy. He is the extreme limit of grace, compassion. So Paramakarnika. Then he will favor us with his blessing. Purushottama Prasada. We are going through the mill. Very long compound words. Only one more word in this 100th page. Then we will go to the discussion. The Purushottama Prasada, the blessing is received from the Lord. That what will happen by receiving the blessing of the Lord? The result is Vidhvasta, removed, destroyed. Dvasta, destroyed. Vidhvasta, completely destroyed. Swanta, inner. Swanta is manas. What is inner? In the individual soul. What is inside my heart? Swanta. Then Swantar, Antar inside. Swantar, inside me. Advanta, the darkness of ignorance. Dvanta. So the individual has become free from confusion. Knowledge incarnate. Jnana Swarupam Atma. Swarupaha Atma. So Vidhvasta Swantar Dvanta. Then again Dvantasya Shativati. Of the individual soul, which has been dispelled from, from whom ignorance has been removed inside the heart and in the mind, completely destroyed by the blessing of the Lord. Then what does he do? Ananya Prayojana. That means that he is concentrating on the Lord. So he is not trying to find out some other advantage except the Lord. So single-minded concentration to get the blessing of Sriman Narayana and nobody else. Ananya Prayojana. There is no other purpose for which he is practicing with the first line you see Shravana, Vachana, Dhyana, Archana, Prana, Pranam. You include the previous line also and then say Ananya Prayojana. I am bowing down, I am getting on my knees and falling at the ground floor, falling at the floor in order that I don't have any other purpose, aim, goal in my heart except falling down. Ananya Prayojana. That will be again continuous, Anavarata. And then that will get us the wonderful, amazing, awesome kindness from the Lord. Niratishaya Priya. Then again, that will again lead to Vishada Tama, the clearest Tama, superlative degree. Vishada is clear. So Vishada Tama is clearest, meaning clearest vision. There is no obscure vision. There is no defect in the vision. What will happen? The word Sakshatkara is already mentioned there. Now we get the word Pratyakshata. Pratyakshata. So Pratyakshata is we are able to receive and have the vision of the Lord. Supra vision of the Lord. The divine vision of the Lord. Pratyakshata. We see him direct, in direct perception. Generally today we will say we will only believe the scriptures, Shabda Pramana. Whereas when we are ignorance is removed and we are only concentrating on God continuously, when He has become so affectionate that He will show us the Pratyakshata. So that will be very near. Apanna. Apanna means very near. We are also apannas. When we get dangers, we fall at the feet of the Lord. So apanna anudhyana rupa bhakti ekalabhyaha. What is the final result? What is the final proof? What is the last advantage? Namely, parabhakti. Parama bhakti or parabhakti. So that will be what we call labhyaha, possible to get. Labhyaha, possible to get. Bhakti ekalabhyaha, through only devotion. Eka only, not one. Eka is only devotion. Only through devotion. Bhakti ekalabhyaha. What kind of bhakti? Dhyana rupam, meditation, in the form of meditation. What kind of meditation? Anudhyana rupam, continuous meditation, which is very near to the vision of the Lord. Pratyakshata apanna anudhyana rupa bhakti ekalabhyaha. I think you have to refer to the previous paragraph in order to understand why it is labhyaha in Bhagavatam, plural. I think that's that. Forget the word. Again the previous, before 99. So that will be what we call Paravara Bhakti Vibhaga. Fortunately, the only Parabhakti has been explained. If you take anything opposite of this paragraph, all the words of the paragraph, you can take some antonym. Opposites of these words, that will be Avarabhakti. Very simple only. When we do with the intervals, frequent intervals, Dhyanam, Archanam, Pranamaha, Namaskritihi, Namaskaraha, and so on, all other actions, that will be Avarabhakti. That is now, Avarabhakti is not shown here. Avarabhakti is opposite of whatever we read. There is no word to show. I think Bhakti Labhyaha will be appropriate. You have to verify the text in the last word. Bhakti Labhyaha. Even if it is Paramatma, it is Ekavachanam, singular. If the individual souls are plural, then we are not talking about the getting of the individual soul, getting of the Param, the Supreme प्रत्यक्षता आपन्न अनुध्यान रूप भक्ति एकलभ्यः परमात्मा. Better you check it up and correct it.
I checked it, it's singular.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So 101 will be Taduktam Paramagurubhihi Bhagavad Yamunacharya Padaihi Ubhaya Parikarmita Swantasya. There is no dash between Swanta and Nitya. Swantasya. Again, Ka will be long vowel. Aikantikatyantika Bhakti Yoga Labhya. There is no dash there. And Ka long vowel. Yeah, Swantai, Swanta. Upaya Parikarmita Swanta. I think again there is a small mistake between Swanta and Yai. The letter Yai is wrong. Ubhaya Parikarmita Swantai Kantika maybe. The Yai will be absent and Ta will become Tai. Swantai Kantika Tyantika Bhakti Yoga. Find out, please check up the letter Ya.
I'm sorry. Can you tell me exactly where you want the change?
The third word is, first word is Ubhaya. Second word is Parikarmita. Third word is Swanta. That Yai is redundant. Rather.
Yes.
So then the Ta will become Tai. Swantai Kant.
Swan.
No, I have to check it up, otherwise one more letter may be added between Ta and Yai. Yes. Swantasya Aikantikatyantika Bhakti Yoga. Yes. Swantasya is Sakar. Sakar. The consonant. It's not a conjunct consonant, it's a consonant. Swantasya Aikantika. Yeah. Then this is now right. Ubhaya Parikarmita Swantasya Aikantikatyantika Bhakti Yoga Labhya. So again, Paramatma is easily accessible. Labhyaha, last word Labhyaha, easily accessible by Bhakti Yoga, by the discipline of devotion. Atyantika Bhakti Yoga, concentrated without any other goal in mind. Aikantika also individualistic. So Aikantika is again Ananya, in the same of Ananya. So Aikantika, Atyantika will be of course complete, full devotion, 100% devotion. Aikantika will be exclusive devotion. So Aikantika Atyantika Bhakti Yoga Labhyaha. Lord, the Supreme Soul will be easily accessible by the discipline of devotion, which is full, complete and exclusive. Why? From where? Swantasya, from the mind, which has been tuned, Parikarmita, which has been practicing, the mind which has been trained, Parikarmita. Ubhaya Parikarmita. Ubhaya Parikarmita is, please understand, Lord, the Supreme Soul is also interested in the individual soul. The individual soul is also interested in the Supreme Soul. Mutual Ubhaya is two, TWO. So Ubhaya Parikarmita, the Lord also blesses the individual soul. The individual soul also tries to approach the Supreme Soul. So Ubhaya Parikarmita Swami. It is not enough that individual soul alone works on refining the mind. The Lord also helps the individual soul in refining the mind. So Ubhaya Parikarmita Swanta. And again the word Ubhaya can mean the Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. The Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga has refined the mind. Ubhaya Parikarmata will be, I think, better interpretation will be Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga refine our mind. When they develop our mind perfectly, then Bhakti Yoga will be the last discipline with which we can have easy accessibility of the Lord. And where people like Govindachari would always ask, where is the prapatti involved here? It is prapatti is involved in the Karma Yoga, namely Pranama. Bhakti Yoga means Jnana Yoga in the meaning of the word Pranama, meaning of the word Pranama, Namaskara, Namaskruti, then Anudhyana Rupa, and whatever we said, Saucha, Arjava, starting with Saucha, Arjava. We are almost similar to the qualities of our qualities are also similar to the Lord. Parama Gurubihi, by the greatest preceptor. We are talking about the Parama Gurubihi. Vedanta Deshika calls him Parama Guru. So because the Guru is Ramanujacharya, Parama Guru is Yamunacharya. Taduktam, therefore, it is said, Parama Gurubihi, by the greatest preceptor, Bhagavat Yamunacharya Padai. How much respect is there? He doesn't say Yamunasya. Bhagavat. Whenever a preceptor is addressed, he says Bhagavan, O Lord, O God, O divinity, Bhagavat. Then Yamuna. Yamuna is the name. Acharya, preceptor. Acharya Padaihi. That is how we refer to. Meaning the divine feet of the Lord, preceptor. The divine feet of the preceptor. That meaning a respectable, most respectable preceptor has said this. Ubhaya Parikarmita Swanta, Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are necessary to refine the heart, and the heart will be concentrating exclusively on the discipline of devotion by which the Supreme Soul is attained.
One fundamental question I know as I went through all the meanings, in one place there is a mention of surrender, bhakti, sankirtanam, various ways of serving the Lord. And another place there is one who does his daily duties, or one who does his duties to the Lord. And so what I am trying to understand is, what are the, this is probably a very generic question, what are the duties and to which extent, there are so many duties for a grihastha, for a human being from many perspectives in his life. So surrender versus duty, where is the line? Is it I do as much as possible, rest I surrender to the Lord, or I surrender to the Lord first and he will make me execute my duties? Which is the way to look at it?
In every duty that we do, I mean the religious duty separated from the Laukika duty, that is what we call the earthly duty that we have to, as a grihastha, as a rather one member of the family. You have some responsibilities to perform for the other members and for your own self. That is Laukika, that is a worldly activity. That duty you have to perform, for example, going for a job, earning for it. The second one is rather the first one, the preference is the first one. Religious duty like performing the diurnal duties like Nitya Anušthanam and so on. Then everywhere you mix devotion. Everywhere you understand, you gain wisdom in every activity. And what you call the surrender, total surrender, is done every moment. It's not done only for certain time, once into a preceptor and just forget about it. So here You have to remember every time, for example, the 5 times duty which we have seen, Panchakala Parayanam, 5 times duty. 5 times this morning you approach the Lord in the sanctum sanctorum of your home and submit that whatever you are going to do that day, particular day. Only seek blessings, that's all. Seek blessings. Ask for blessings. Demand blessings. Then you collect materials for worship. How do you collect materials for worship? Already you are ready with some materials. For the past many days, you have some common materials already available at home. That you have been collecting with the help of money which has been earned. That means you are on a job. Then as you said, the extra duty that we have to perform is what you said, trying to help people by sponsored events. Kirtanam, that's what we said, Kirtanam. I saw you performing concerts. So that you are doing some extra duty, not only to your family members, you are performing some duties to your family members, and you are doing something to outside your family. That is meaning society, helping the society in some part or other. So you are contributing something. You are helping others to contribute something. One example is today, 46th Pontiff Ariyasingher, Rayampeta Ariyasingher, called Sri Ranganatha Yatindra Mahadeshika, has appealed to the devotees to contribute money to a new sanctum sanctorum of Lakshmi Varaha, which has been found on the banks of Tapanashini, the Putkarni, the tank of the Tiruvallur Vaidya Veeraragava temple, that has been neglected for a long time, many yugas ago, in the sense. It was in the hands of some miscreants. And you have a photo there where a lot of plastic bags are in what we call garbage. The whole campus is full of garbage. The littered with garbage. So now the Ahobila Mutt has taken the case to the court, and it has won the case. Now it is the property of again the Ahobila Mutt. Though the nearby temple, Tiruvallur temple, Vaidyaveera temple is already the property of Ahobila Mutt. Now there is an additional property has come to the Ahobila Mutt. He is seeking some donation. So what I mean to say is, now the duty is for us, for the devotees to give something, what we call, contribute our might, MIT, to the project and to the developing of the temple. So these are all some. So the 5 times devotees duties, performing the Aradhanam, Thiruvaradhanam. So of course we take food after offering to God. Then Swadhyaya, now study of book, self-study of book. Then yoga, that is going to sleep with the thought of the God. That itself is a duty. That's what we said. Smaranam also. Vishnoha Smaranam. Thinking of the Lord in every action that you do. That is also one of the duties. So all are physical, mental, and rather added with the devotion duty. That means you are stuti, doing praise of the Lord, kirtanam, as you said, singing the names of the Lord, vachanam, when we talk about with others to discuss something about God. We are also discussing many things in a day, many matters. I told my wife, tomorrow you remind me about paying the EB bill advance. So the EB advance, electricity board advance, so that we need not go every month to pay. when we forget the current supply is cut, let us not forget. Even in the small duty, it is only a duty unconnected with the Lord. Spiritually, it is unconnected with the Lord. But this is all what we call mundane activity that we involve ourselves in. And then these are all some external duties we have to perform. All these are comprehensively and exclusively, I mean inclusively, the duties towards God.
Thank you,
So
Mama.
every moment, every second of your time will be spent with the thought of God.
Hmm.
So that is
Thank you, Swami.
So thank you very much, Swami. I wanted to ask this last quotation. Do you know where this is from? From what book by Yamunacharya?
that will be
Because it says it's his words, so it must come from Ishvara Siddhi, Samvit Siddhi, or Siddhi Traya. It comes from Siddhi Traya. Yeah, it doesn't come from any stotra.
Right.
Siddhi Traya. Okay, so I'll look it up. Okay, thank you. So I had some other questions or some comments. You were saying about how the Lord is recline. The word Purusha means reclining in the town, and that the town is the heart. That the Lord is reclining in the heart of the living being. Yeah. So, can we understand that the form of the Paramatman is like the form of Periya Perumal, like Ranganatha? He's lying, because in Purusha Shukta, when we talk about the Virat Purusha or the Purusha, the universal Purusha, he's also lying. Purusha means lying. So the primary meaning of the word Purusha is that he's lying also. Okay. And I noticed in the beginning of this discussion, the word soyam came. Soyam. Yeah. And I was thinking about soham, because soham is given in many Upanishads. So is a similar meaning, soyam and soham, right?
No. I am is this.
I am means this, but aham means I. So normally people will say soham, I am, and that includes ahankar, aham.
Now, soham, you take only these two words, that gives you the philosophy of Advaita.
Right. I am him. I am him.
I am him.
Right.
Tat Tvamasi.
Right. We can say tasya tvam. Tasya tvam. I am of him.
No, neither tvam or aham comes to the picture here. I am meaning this meaning proximity to the Lord. We are near the Lord. I am means you cannot say you are, though you are coming in the Zoom meeting, I cannot say Keshavdas Swami is I am. I am Keshavdas Swami. Yes, Saha Keshavdas Swami. He is he. It is he. But the word he here refers to the greatness of the he, not simply he. He meaning, when we say he, everybody understands who is that he. When I don't mention your name, so I say he told me. Others understand who is that he. So that he meaning they know your nature, your greatness, your quality, your characteristics, and so on. So now here the word Saha refers to a very great supreme soul who cannot be normally. You said already, na karmana, na dhanena, Labhyaha. We have the, I think, Bhagavad Gita word and
Nakarmana
word.
nadanina.
So these are, so that shows the inaccessibility.
Okay.
That shows the Saha shows the inaccessibility. He is far away. We refer to the word he when we far away. I am we are nearby.
I
The
see.
easy accessibility.
Okay.
Such an inaccessible man is available now accessible. That's the meaning of Saha.
So
It is not referring to either Aham or Tvam or something.
so the Lord is accessible because he is lying within the heart.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also mentioned about Nir Hetuka Kripa. And there's Nir Hetuka Kripa.
Yeah, near here to this.
Yeah, so there's Sahetuka Kripa and Nir Hetuka Kripa. And normally,
Sahetuka Kripa and Sakarana Kripa will be with regard to us. When you show mercy to me, as between the individual soul, you have a reason to do that.
right. That
But
is
he has no reason to.
Sahetuka Kripa. So he has no, his Kripa, God's mercy is without cause.
Without cause.
Right. Okay, so then I was also thinking a couple of the meanings there when we were talking about surrendering to the 2 feet of God, Charana Yugala. I was thinking about Dvaya Mantra, and then we were also discussing about how the Lord remembers us. So I was thinking of Varaha Charama Sloka. So that was very nice. And then you mentioned about Nyasa Vimsati, that Vedanta Deshika has written Nyasa Vimsati, but there's another Nyasa Vimsati by Manavala Mahmuni also, I think.
No, it is Yatiraja Vimsati.
Yatiraja Vimsati. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so then I had a question also about this word Shama. Shama. The letter.
Kama.
Yeah, Shama. The letter Ksha. The letter Ksha usually means something is destroyed. So does Shama mean something is destroyed?
The insolence, pride is destroyed.
Pride is destroyed. So the meaning of Chama, literal meaning of Chama is
Patience and forgiving tendency.
patience and forgiving tendency means the pride is destroyed.
Right.
Right. Thank you. Okay, and you also mentioned this. You mentioned about Yudoktakari in Kanchipuram. Yeah. Maybe we want to talk. It's getting late now. Maybe we don't have time to talk about the story of Yudoktakari. Or should I tell it? Should I tell it very quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a form of the Lord in Kanchipuram who was lying down, and there was an acharya, and there was also a shishya. There was a devotee, a bhakta of the acharya, a devotee. So this acharya had a disciple. He sent him out begging. So he was begging, and people found that to be not nice. They complained to the king, and the king banished the disciple from the kingdom. The disciple came to the guru and said, "I'm banished by the king." The guru said, "If you are banished, I will also go with you, and we'll leave." So then the Lord who was lying there said, "If my bhaktas are leaving, I'll also go." So he got up and he took his shesha, naga, which he was lying on, and rolled it up and took it, and he started leaving the kingdom. So many pestilences and famines and floods and so many bad things happened to the kingdom. The people all prayed to the king, "You have to ask God to come back." So he wanted to ask God to come back, but the God said, "I'm not coming back unless you forgive my devotees. So you forgive my devotees, you let them come back, and I'll come back." So the king let the shishya and the acharya come back, and so God said, "Okay, then I'll come back." But he was very tired at that point after walking, so he immediately lay down. But he lay down on the wrong side. He was lying one side before he got up, and he was lying the other side when he lay down. So this is a quick story about Yudoktakari. But the idea was, you were mentioning in the lecture, that God will do what his devotees want him to do. Even we make an order, he will follow our order because he has so much love for us and appreciation. So anyway, this was a very quick, maybe we can hear a better version of that story sometime. So then you were also talking about Ubaya, that you were saying that Ubaya means that could mean that the Jnana and Karma yogas are both assisting the Bhakti yoga. But you also said that Ubaya could mean the Paramatma and the Atma are both making efforts to reach each other, like that. And I was thinking that this is like the Marjana Nyaya, market Nyaya. That the difference between Wadagalai and Tengalai northern and southern schools is that one is like a cat and one is like a monkey, and that the monkey mentions about the effort should be from both sides, whereas the effort is mainly from the Lord and not so much from the soul.
I will tell you the names involved in the story that you have quickly said.
Yudhoktakari. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Kari, and I'm happy that you are thinking about the Dvaya Mantram when you said Charana Yugala and so on. Very good. Your spiritual, what you call the
Insight.
association or the inclination of the mind that I appreciate. But at the same time, that is what you call Charana Yugala Dhyanam will be Dvaya Mantra Dhyanam. And it also refers to the Shri Prapatti.
Dvaya Mantra Dhyanam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah. Including
And you are
Mahalakshmi,
trying-
Sriman Narayana.
Yeah. But you are trying to rope in the Janacharya Sampradaya into this Ubaya Karmita. That is, I think that may be opposed to Deshika Sampradaya. So we are, now, of course, Yamunacharya may accept it, but Deshika will stoutly oppose. Okay, but
Yaburu is accepting something?
yeah, Yamunacharya, because Yamunacharya is beyond this controversy, above this controversy, above this division.
Yeah, sure.
He is above both.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thank you so
it's
much.
not a big controversy because we're all making efforts anyway. So,
No, to unite both sampradaya.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।